Let's talk about it. Today we're going to be talking about the Illinois Governor JB Pritzker telling Trump to take him to jail, as he should. If you're just tuning in, hit that like button so that way it can help out with the algorithm moving forward. Also, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that way you can be notified every time I drop a video. Without further ado, let's get to the fuck shit, man.
Chris, thank you so much. Governor JB Pritzker, thanks for joining us live on MSNBC.
How are you, Jake? Good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. You know as well as I do, the President of the United States in the last 24 hours called for you to be imprisoned. I want to give you an opportunity. We've seen your reaction on social media, but I want to hear what you have to say back to the President of the United States.
Well, let's start with the idea that this is a convicted felon. I mean, think about that, who is threatening to jail me. I got to say, this guy's unhinged, he's insecure, he's a wannabe dictator, and there's one thing I really want to say to Donald Trump. If you come for my people, you come through me, so come and get me.
Yo, man, I swear to God, man, y'all Democratic politicians, y'all very entertaining. Y'all very entertaining, man. Y'all should try for stand-up, for real. Continue, man.
What does that mean exactly, Governor? Do you believe that he would follow through or that he'll chicken out? He basically said the same thing to Governor Gavin Newsom when I was with him at the height of the raids in the Los Angeles area. Governor Gavin Newsom is walking free on the streets of California. You think that he'll chicken out, or would he ever arrest you?
Well, you know the expression, Trump always chickens out taco. And I got to say, he can't arrest. We've done nothing wrong here. And very importantly, it's Donald Trump that is breaching the Constitution, breaking the law. We're taking him to court, and I believe we're going to win.
Right now, in the Chicagoland area, the Texas National Guard is staging for a deployment that Governor Greg Abbott has ordered. What's the latest? Do you know where they are, what they're doing at this hour?
Well, to be clear, Donald Trump ordered it and federalized those troops, and Greg Abbott's just going along. This is the same guy, by the way, Greg Abbott, who last year complained when Joe Biden tried to call up his National Guard and actually wrote a letter, signed a letter opposing that. Now he's okay with it because why? He's a lackey of Donald Trump. So we know that the Texas National Guard has been staging in Illinois. They're not yet, as far as I understand, on the streets, but I want you to know, the federal government is not communicating with our state.
They're not talking to you about where these troops are going.
It's unconscionable. This has never happened before. They're calling out troops onto the streets of a state that doesn't want them. And they're not even telling us where they're going to go, what they're going to do. This hasn't happened, I don't think, since the Civil War.
Listen, man, we know that Trump was falsely accused under the Biden administration. And they want to use that same rhetoric just to get their shit off. The truth is that they're not communicating because they're choosing not to. Trump and his administration tried to work with Chicago and Illinois to get rid of illegal migrants that had no business being here to begin with, that was bought here by the Biden administrations, that was supported by the blue states, blue cities. And he's not a dictator. He's following the mandates from the American people that they voted for him to be the best president in our country to make things right and safe. But JB Pritzker and all the rest of the governors and the mayors that are Democrat, they don't want y'all to know that. Continue, though.
Let me ask you about the lawsuit. You have sued to stop their deployment. You didn't sue to stop National Guard on a nationwide level. You sued to, correct me if I'm wrong, just the Texas National Guard.
Actually, no. We sued to stop him from calling out the Illinois National Guard, the Texas National Guard, and all other National Guards because it is unconstitutional.
On the streets, even before the National Guard has made it to the streets of Illinois, you've got the Border Patrol. I was in Cicero yesterday, a 90% Latino population, and I watched as they not only pick people off the streets, but family members would come up to me and ask me where their family members were. I watched you with Rachel the other night here on MSNBC, and you were talking about how CBP has basically used the justification of the 100-mile border rule to allow the deployment here, and they're saying the border of Lake Michigan, the coast of Lake Michigan is the border. Lake Michigan, many people reached out to me and said, Lake Michigan doesn't even touch Canada. Are you thinking about suing to stop the deployment of the Border Patrol here as well?
Listen, man. The real reason why the National Guard is being deployed in Chicago is to protect ICE agents and officers against criminal people, that's trying to take their lives to make the community safe. But this guy and Mayor Brandon Ugly Mudhawk Johnson is not allowing that to happen. But he wants that $800 million to fill up their budget deficit, which this is a lie, because he's using that money for his campaign to run for president. And it's funny that y'all liberals who knows nothing about government don't even see the playbook, and it's right in front of y'all faces. Let's continue.
Look, I think it's important to recognize that the Trump administration doesn't seem to respect any laws in the United States. They just do what they want to do, and they'll keep doing it unless someone stops them. Here in Illinois, we're stopping it. We're doing everything that we can to push back. And yeah, they've got armed, we're talking about automatic weapons and camouflaged, and they're not soldiers, right? These are ICE and Customs and Border Patrol agents that are roaming the streets of Chicago, in downtown Chicago. Why? It's a show. It's a show of force. And why does Donald Trump want to do that? And I've said this before, and I think it's important for people to hear it. He wants to militarize major cities across the United States, especially blue cities in blue states, because he wants us to get used to the idea of military on the streets, military troops, because there are 2026 elections. I believe that he's going to post people outside of ballot boxes and polling places, and if he needs to, in order to control those elections, he'll assume control of the ballot boxes and count the votes himself. He promised to do that. He threatened to do that back in 2020. Didn't get the chance to do it. I believe he would do it in 2026.
Do you believe we'll have free and fair elections in the United States of America during the 2026 midterms?
If we all stand up and speak out, we sure as heck will. And you see there are literally hundreds of people here who are standing up to speak out, and we've seen in the No Kings protests and others, millions of people standing up. We need more.
Phil, I'm finna end this video right here, man. This dude is a clown, bro. Him and Brandon Johnson, bro. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Also, leave a like, share, and subscribe. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments, man. This boy is a clown, bro. It's your boy Illz, keeps it real TV, signing out. Peace.